Hello, this is Georgia Barker, and in this lesson we are going to discuss about collective nouns. So, what is a collective noun? A collective noun is the name of a group of multiple people, animals or things taken together and spoken of as one whole. Collective nouns usually function as singular nouns in a sentence, but they are occasionally used in a plural manner. For this reason, pronoun and verb agreement require a careful attention. If they are functioning as a single unit, as a whole, then we use a singular verb and pronoun. Let's look at the example. A large crowd was gathering in front of the stadium. Here, the crowd is used as a unit, as a whole. Whereas, if they are acting as individuals, then we use a plural verb and pronoun. For example, the crowd were clapping and yelling. Here we talk about each member of the crowd separately. In British and in American English there are some differences. For example, in American English most collective nouns are treated as singular with a singular verb. In British English, though, most collective nouns can be treated as singular or plural. Certain collective nouns, though, can only be plural, such as people, poultry, and the police. For example, the Greek people are very hospitable. And, of course, the police are investigating the crime. Now that we have understood what a collective noun is, let's find out some common collective nouns. This list of common collective nouns contain words to describe groups of animals, of people, or things. These words are sometimes interchangeable, and we often use them to describe different things. For example, the word swarm is usually used to discuss a group of insects, such as ants, flies, or bees. But we can also use it to talk about a very busy crowd of people. Collective nouns that are associated with animals are a parliament of owls, a pride of lions, a mob of kangaroos, a flight of birds, a pandemonium of parrots, a swarm of bees, a herd of elephants, or a herd of deer or a herd of zebras, a pack of wolves or a pack of dogs, a flock of sheep, a litter of puppies, a soul or a school of fish. Apart from the collective nouns which are associated with animals, there are also more collective nouns. They refer to groups of people involved in the same job or activity. Such collective nouns are a crowd of shoppers, a gang of thieves, a company of actors, a panel of judges, a class of school children, a platoon of soldiers, a family, a crew, a team, a club, a community, a choir, a band, an audience, and of course there are many more. Now let's move on to more collective nouns. The third category of collective nouns refers to things. Some groups of things also have their own special collective nouns. Those are a bunch of keys or a bunch of bananas, a deck of cards, but we could also say a pack of cards, a cluster of grapes, a flight of steps, a suite of rooms or a suite of furniture, a bouquet of flowers, a range of mountains, a set of tools, a fleet of ships or a fleet of vehicles. Of course, for ships we could also use an armada of ships, a string of beads, a grove of trees, a pile of paper. Finally, there are some collective nouns which we have already mentioned when we talked about countable and uncountable nouns. Those words are used in order to show the quantity of uncountable nouns. They are nouns which name the amount or form of something. For example, a bar of chocolate, a loaf of bread, a ball of string, a piece of cake, a piece of advice, a slice of cheese, a tube of glue, and many more. So, this is the end of the lesson about collective nouns. Thank you very much for your attention.